Welcome back. I'm Teresa Harding, and we are going to talk about a topic that can be kind of scary, but businesses need to be aware of it. And honestly, most businesses are concerned about it. We hear people speaking on the news, we hear the experts talking about our economy and the economies around the world. We are coming together amidst uncertain times. We're addressing a subject that has historically been the litmus test for businesses worldwide: navigating a recession. Can you do it? And how do you do it? While the prospect may seem daunting, with the right strategies, not only can you weather this storm, but emerge stronger. You can be leaner and more resilient. So, we're going to talk about three pivotal approaches that can fortify your business during economic downturns. The first one is cost management and financial prudence. You need to evaluate and prioritize. It is essential to distinguish between what's necessary and what's nice to have. You've got to understand how to analyze every expense and investment with a critical eye and with an honest eye. It might be time to defer projects that don't offer immediate value or return on investment. Make sure your business holds a piece that is liquid, because liquidity can be king. During recessions, cash flow becomes paramount. Make sure you have enough liquidity to cover essential expenses, and this might involve renegotiating contracts. It might be considering short-term financing or even revisiting your business model. The second thing is strengthen your customer relationships. You need to understand what your value proposition is. In a tightened market, customers become more discerning about where they spend. Make sure your product or the service you offer has undeniable value. When we're talking about value proposition, what is the difference between yours and someone else's? Why don't they just go buy it from someone else? This doesn't always mean discounts. It could be better customer service. It could be bundled offerings or enhanced product features. In fact, you can even increase your prices and then give them more value, and the value doesn't necessarily have to be something that costs you money. Another piece of strengthening these relationships is engaging and communicating. You've heard me say this before. Transparency is vital. Keep your customers informed about changes, whether it's operational, whether it's about shifts or modified services, whatever offerings you have. They love to be informed. They love to be told, because then they feel like they're important, like they matter, like you're not just going to turn on a dime and they're just going to have to deal with it. Engage with them. Ask for feedback. Remember, loyal customers become the bedrock of stability during tumultuous economic times. And the third one is adaptability and innovation. You've got to diversify revenue streams. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If one product or service is experiencing a slump, having multiple revenue streams can offset your losses. This might be the time to explore ancillary products or even tap into new markets that you've had in the back of your mind but you haven't actually done. When you're talking about innovation, make sure you embrace digital transformation, but make sure you have a backup for when digital is down. I'm in a country in Europe right now, and they have frequent blackouts. And when those blackouts happen, the stores and certain providers can do absolutely nothing, because the only way they can keep track of their sales is digital. And so it was really interesting, because they had a blackout for a long period of time. And I went to one store and they said, sorry, they were sending everybody away and we can't sell you anything. And I was still looking for what I needed. So I ended up in another store. And in that store, they were keeping track of all the sales on paper. They were having to write that really long ID number for each product down on the piece of paper. But they had a backup plan, and the employees were trained and they knew what to do. But digital transformations can really help your business. Economic downturns can accelerate certain trends, especially digital adoption. Whether it's enhancing e-commerce capabilities or adopting remote work tools or digitizing operations, leveraging technology, or even having access to certain trainings for your employees. This can not only cut costs, but open up new avenues for growth. And in this culture of innovation, make sure you are investing in talent and training. Does that seem counterintuitive? Maybe, but downturns can also turn opportunities into a situation where it attracts skilled talent. So upskilling your current workforce can drive efficiency. It can pave the way for a more robust post-recession resurgence, because that will happen. The resurgence will come. A recession is challenging, but it's not the end. It's just a piece in the step of your entrepreneurial journey. And history is replete with stories of businesses that didn't just survive downturns, but used them as catalysts and launch pads for transformation and growth. Winston Churchill once wisely remarked, "Never let a good crisis go to waste." Let's view the period not just as a phase of survival, but as an opportunity for introspection, for recalibration, and for innovation. I want your business to not only navigate these turbulent waters, but set the course for a brighter and a more prosperous horizon that's ahead. Because I don't want you to just think different, I want you to be different.